Bluetooth mode. FM mode.
Hello and welcome to another Wobbly Camera Guy video. From time to time I like to purchase cheap radios from AliExpress and do a review of them and pop them onto YouTube so you can have a look and see what the likes of. I've done that again. I've actually bought a little cube shape radio, and before I open it all up I'll quickly just take you through the actual sort of pages from AliExpress so you can just see what I've actually bought. It's a TD-V26 aluminium digital internet radio. It's not an internet radio, but what it has got is an aluminium sort of casing to it, which is excellent. It's an FM radio receiver, but also it can also read SD cards and also USB sticks, and it's got a headphone output and an auxiliary input as well. The price is fantastic. I mean, £2.29. I actually paid £2.75 for this, and I paid £3.77 shipping, so £6.52 in total. Depends on where you get it from. So, what do you get for your money? Brief sort of spec, and then we'll open the box up and we'll have a play with it. There's a nice aluminium sort of housing on it. It says mini LDE speaker. I think what it means is an LED. What it's actually got is an LED sort of display for the stations, etc. Again, which is a real sort of bonus considering the sort of the price we're looking at here. It says 50 by 48 by 52, so basically a 50mm cube shape sort of item. Aluminium alloy shell, as we said. SD card, MP3 format sort of file, so great. Built-in lithium-ion battery. How good is that for the price? And you get sort of the plug-in charging lead as well. It's also got a little sort of LED display at the bottom of the radio, which sort of goes in time with the music. We'll come to that in a little minute, but again, these are all sort of plus points really. It's got a power output of I think it's around about sort of 2 watts. It's actually it says the consumption is 3 watts, but I was looking for the output of the actual sort of speaker itself. I've seen on other sort of sites it said around 2 watts. I don't think it's 2 watts, but it's a good sort of output. So, and also what you can do, you can buy it in different colours. I've actually bought the sort of the black one, but you've got a choice of 4 there. So, without further ado, let's go into the box and see what it's like. So, it just comes in this little plastic box. It just came in a little plastic bag. I'm amazed how it survived the journey from China, but it did, thankfully. So, here we go. Here's the radio. And we also get a couple of leads. Quick look at the leads first, and then we'll go with it. What you get is a little USB charging cable, which is great. And then you also get a 3.5mm to 3.5mm jack for when you're doing the audio input to it. So, tiny little radio, as I say, just to give you an idea of size, and we'll do the mug size comparison I've done before, and you can see there it's really sort of compact and views you, but it's actually very well made. Metal sort of housing, plastic front, digital display, 4 main control buttons on the front plus the on off, and what we've got there is a USB sort of connection, full USB. And on the opposite side, we've got micro SD slot, we've got auxiliary in and auxiliary out, and then we also got the charging USB connections there as well. And of course, because it's a small radio, it gets a small aerial. I have to confess, I wasn't expecting much from this one sound-wise, but it was actually an awful lot better than I thought it was going to be. And there's an additional surprise, and the surprise is revealed now, so I'm just going to pop it on.
Bluetooth mode.
It's got Bluetooth connection, so you can pair it up with your phone and play your favourite music through the actual sort of device itself rather than through your speakers in your phone. So in other words, it'll hopefully come out just that little bit better. What you do to turn the actual mode onto FM, just press the mode button.
FM mode.
Set the volume down there. What you got is you've got play, and then you can also use this as a pause as well, and you can also use this button then for doing a search for all the stations on FM. And then you've got volume up, volume down, and this will also sort of skip tracks if you're playing it off sort of the SD card or off your USB sort of stick. So what I'm going to do is just scan through the stations. So
time of the year doing this show, which is
it's just storing each one in a channel number. Channel 2, there's a battery status indicator. And while it's doing that, let's just take it around the back, and that's where the speaker is. We've actually got a metal grill as well, so considering the price, this is really good value for money. Found 8 stations so far. Keeps going through. Nearly there. There's a little sort of LED sort of display on the bottom there, which looks quite sort of fancy when you're sitting on the surface.
91, and do not forget that text cost standard
so what you want to do is you want to lower the volume.
Rusty Lee, I am
Rusty
Lee today.
You want to sort of find your station, skip through the channels.
All over again. I just need to calm down. We've got.
There you go, channel 2. I'm going to just switch it off. And then what I'm going to do is pop in a little SD card. So around the side there. Just going to pop this in. Tiny little cards. Oops. There we go. Pop it back on again.
A by TF card.
I'll just pause that. So it's recognised the SD card. It actually tells you that as well in English, which is great. So it's audible recognition. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant features for the money. I've got no sort of association with AliExpress or the you know, the various sort of suppliers on AliExpress of this particular radio. I just think it's really, really impressive. So what I'll do, I'll just take that out.
FM mode.
It's on into FM mode now. Let me just pause that so you can actually hear me. It's out on the USB, so you can do exactly the same. So if you wanted to, just pop in your USB stick and you can play your music from there as well. As I say, you've got auxiliary in, so if you wanted to, if you've got some music on another device and you wanted to pop that through sort of into this so you can play it out the speaker, you can do that. And as a bit of an aside, just to demonstrate the auxiliary connections in, if I just put a little Ethernet AV in, and what I've got is a Roberts radio here. I'm going to just simply just pop in the connection to the headphone jacket, put it on. Switch the radio on.
AUX mode.
They'll make it into queue because the next one was left to drown.
Just changing it around. That's me. Moving that around.
It's over. I didn't say that, Dr. Spanier.
So, just some extra little feature on this. So if you wanted to plug any sort of device that's got a 3.5mm jack and you want to play it through the little speaker, you can do. An auxiliary out as well, sorry, and 3.5mm jack out for your headphones, or you could even plug it into some other device if you wanted to as well. So all in all, I have to say, bloody good value for money, if I can actually sort of say that on YouTube without getting my fingers wrapped. So there you go. It's a TD-V26 little cube-shaped radio, but with an awful lot of sort of features, and I really love it. As you can probably sort of tell, would make actually a very good sort of present for somebody, because it looks like it's worth an awful lot more money than you actually paid for it. The only thing you got to do is just wait, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks for it to pop through. But that's not too bad a thing. It's got one little thing, which is this weird logo on the front, and it talks about sort of only love, and there's a little sort of ditty to it. And looking at the various sort of vendors on sort of AliExpress, they've all got this in, so it's obviously coming from the same source. I have no idea why, but it doesn't matter. I'm not too sort of fussed about it. But there you go, TD-V26. I hope you enjoyed this. I do, and I would recommend it. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, and if you pop on my channel, I've got more sort of reviews of cheap radios from AliExpress, plus quite a few reviews on some vintage radios. I also got some editing sort of videos utilising Hit Film Express, and even some cooking videos as well, so you can tell I'm into all sorts of bits and pieces. Enjoying this, and I hope you did as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.